What's going on, everybody? Remiix Essence here, back at it with another video. Hope you guys are all having a good day. We have got my Final Fantasy 15 impressions video here, and I'm sorry I couldn't get it out a bit sooner, but I got the games a couple days late and been busy and really wanted to get a lot of time into the game because it is such an expansive game. But anyways, let's get on into the video. So to start out with the graphics, a lot of people said that they have either been muddy or kind of blurred, which I personally have not had this problem, and though the graphics are not anything spectacular, they're just average. I would say that they don't take away from the game at all because it is such a big, expansive game, and it's honestly just a lot of fun, and so I personally have no problem with the graphics, but they are not mind-blowing. Next up, the game has a huge variety of enemies that all feel different, act different, attack differently, and man, I think the variety of enemies is one of the best parts of this game, and all the enemies look very different, and I think they look pretty good. There's quite a bit of detail in all the enemies, which kind of leads me to the combat, and I think the combat is one of the best parts of this game. It's what brings me back. It's what I love to do. It's what keeps me doing all the side quests. The combat is so good. You have such a variety of weapons to use, such as pole arms, two-handed swords, one-handed swords, daggers, projectile weapons, guns, and magic. But the combat is sort of this in and out. So you can warp dash, right? So you warp dash in, do a few hits, circle around the enemy, like with the daggers you can circle as you're hitting them, and then you kind of hop out and do a strong attack back in, and the combat is so engaging and so good, and if the enemies are too high a level, it can be quite difficult, and really this is my favorite part of the game, as well as I think the story is quite good so far as well. Speaking of the story though, so far I'm really enjoying it. Now I've put a lot of time into this game, at least a full day. I think that's pretty good, and I'm not that far into the story because there are so many side quests, and every time I see a little question mark on the map, I'm like, I gotta go do that. I gotta go get more experience, and I gotta go get more gil, which is the currency within the game. So the side quests are really good, and that leads back to the combat, which is really good because every time you do a side quest, you're engaging in more combat. So that's what part of the reason I'm drawn to the side quests. But the story does seem pretty good so far. I don't want to spoil anything, but I think anyone will pretty much enjoy the story. So I'll just tell you the main setup. Basically, you are a prince, and your father has just been killed by another king, and you were supposed to marry the daughter of that king, and you would form union right between the two, and you used to know the daughter of this bad king when you're a little kid, and so now you're kind of out on your own with your friends, and you're kind of fighting this evil empire and figuring stuff out and maybe taking the throne back. Everything's kind of just awry, right, and you're trying to find a way to fix it, kind of, is the premise. Overall, though, this is not a game I was expecting to like. I kind of just bought it on a whim, and oh my god, it is one of my top games of the year, I'd have to say at least top 3, and definitely the top single player I have played, this year so far. So I would say it is definitely worth a buy. Now I know the holidays are coming up, so a lot of people probably aren't picking up too many games right now, but this would be great to pick up for a present for someone, great to put on a Christmas list, and hey, after the holidays, if you have the opportunity, I'm sure this game will be on a sale at some point. So most definitely recommend picking up the game. But anyways guys, that's gonna be it for this video, so thank you all for watching. Leave some feedback down there in the comment section below, as well as hit that like button if you do so wish, and of course, subscribe to my channel for some more content. Thanks again guys for watching, and have a wonderful rest of your days.